that is like the biggest thing that can steal in your life is not having hope. When that door possibility closes on you,
Mm-hmm.
that's like one of the worst places you could be in your life. And
Yeah.
I am not saying that that is a like a judgment against that person. I have been there. I have been in some
Mm.
very dark, hard places, but just knowing that it's possible for something better for you to come
Yes.
along. That's what you got to hold on to. And it's going to
And that's
spark
the
your
key word.
creativity too.
It's the word that you're saying, like, right? Hold on. Hold on.
Ah,
Tomorrow is going to be different. It has to be different. It will be different. Hold on. Now tomorrow could be a week. Tomorrow could be a month. Tomorrow could be a year. But it's still worth it to hold on. I love to tell others, never ever give up. Ever give up. And so you're sharing, like, as you were heading into that dark space, what were you holding on to?
yeah. Um, I mean, I think it was that possibility for me that like I could heal and all those people that I would help one day, because going through chronic illness and figuring out the whole journey, I had to make some huge sacrifices too. I had to make some
Mm-hmm.
huge changes in my life. Um, I I got support and there were times when it was like, I don't have enough money in my bank account for this. I don't I don't have I don't feel like I have the emotional energy right now. But I just like started small
No.
and there were blessings that came into my life, right? Like thankfully I also had people who loved me who, were like gave to me. But it was going into those really hard emotional places was challenging to get
Mm-hmm.
the emotional healing from the trauma that I had endured. It takes a lot of bravery, it takes a lot of courage, but it is like the best thing that you can do is just taking one step in front of the other.
And it's so, and like you said, the gratitude to being staying in that space of gratitude to help you get through this journey. You know, some people could say, God, it didn't feel like a journey, it felt something like something else. But being able to holding on to that gratitude, or a feeling of gratitude to stay in the positive side, right, of this journey. And a lot of times, and I've met some amazing, those of high achieving. Sometimes the high achieving, not for everyone, but there are a few out there where high achieving could be really they're masking a pain. They're doing 20 million things so they won't remember something else or think of something else. And so I'm sure you've come across that where a person was using all of the different things that they're doing because they didn't want to focus on something else that could be painful.
Yeah, it can be a big distraction. And that's where,
Hmm.
there is this part of gratitude. And I love when people talk about positivity. And I would say the caveat to that is also loving all of you and all of your emotions and giving yourself permission that it is okay to be angry, it is okay to be sad. The only thing is
It's
have
okay.
boundaries on that. Have
Yeah.
boundaries on that so you're not like wallowing in that all day, but you're
Yes.
giving yourself permission to experience it, to grieve,
Hmm.
to whatever
Yes.
you need to feel, and then to release it
Yeah.
and
It's
to
it's
believe that
the
there's a
key.
better future for you.
Yes. The
Yeah.
key word, release, is if you have to cry to hear someone going through something and they haven't really gone and dealt with that grief, if you have to go to that room and just scream and just release it and shed those tears or whatever you need to do to just release that pain, and it's going to be very important. Emotions can really wreak havoc on our, not only our mental and emotional, but even physical. So it's important
Mhm.
to, and of course, while we're doing that, that is very important to take care of that.
Yeah.
and then this is, of course, if you see yourself in such a position where you're in it too long, I think this is when you say, okay, you know what, maybe I need some help. And then seek for some help, seek help. And
Hmm.
have you ever gone through with a client where they might have been in that space for too long, and then you're able to say, well, maybe they need to seek help? Have you ever gone through that experience with a client?
So typically the women who've come to me, I don't find that they're struggling with things like depression or suicide,
Mm,
if that's what you're talking about. So I haven't had to refer anybody out, but
that's good.
if I felt like
Hmm.
that, I would. I do. I have had clients that may be struggling um, with things like adrenal fatigue, and so then
Mm,
I will say like, I'm happy to coach you on the self-care piece and supporting you in that. And like, who else do you need on your support team? Is it supplements? Is it a doctor that can help you?
hmm.
Like, let's create a support team around you for what's best for you, right?
You have to share with the audience what is adrenal fatigue. So
Oh,
someone who's
yes.
saying,
So adrenal fatigue, your adrenals, they're very important in your energy levels, and they're also very connected to your hormones. And so, probably what most people would be more familiar with is burnout, but like you're going to have lots of physical symptoms with adrenal fatigue. So, this might be that you're just tired all the time. You could also have heard of like chronic fatigue syndrome. Um, I did have it at one point. So for me, it was I would get headaches. I would shake a
hmm,
little bit. I think it caused some of the aches and pains I was dealing with. I also, like, whenever I would get afraid or excited, I would feel like my body like come up and the cortisol levels would rise in my body. And then, maybe for the next 2 or 3 days, it felt like I had no energy and I just really couldn't
wow.
function. So it's your energy levels are just really out of whack.
So it's connected,
It's
yeah.
like your stress response is on all of the time, and it's just not
But
able to
yeah, it's told to your
slow
body.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that, high achieving women would definitely pay attention to,
Yeah.
because a lot of times of the different environments, and it could be stressful environments, yeah, when it comes to trying to achieve at a certain deadline, right? So all of those things can have an impact. So thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
You have to. I'm sure there are some who are listening to you right now, and we would love to connect with you in regards to how you help serve women. How can someone reach you, Francesca?
Yeah, so I absolutely love Instagram. So that is one of the best places to reach me. I'm at Francesca Woltanski. And then you can also go to my website, francescawoltanski.com. And then I'm launching on September 18th my podcast with my biz bestie, Shelly Smith at Shelly Smith Creative. So you can go check out my podcast as well at Simply Biz Besties on Instagram.
I love it. And how do you serve? How do you serve? If I had this, if you could share a statement or a wording of how you serve those that you serve, how would you say it?
Yeah. So I help high achieving women create spaciousness in their schedules, their email inboxes, and their minds. I love helping them to experience ease and flow and have that impact in the world while being able to spend lots of time with their family.
I love that. Thank you so much, Francesca. That was beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story. And I just pray that even if it just inspires one person, that would be enough, right?
That's it. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about. That's what all of this is about. Your inspired journey and my inspired journey, our inspired journey. But at the end of the day, to say that we've done the best that we could with what we had. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you so
Well,
much.
you're welcome. Well, everyone, as you've heard from Francesca, it is the best time to really look into your time, your calendar, and really understand that your creativity, your productivity, your energy, it all matters. But being consistent, being accountable, sometimes takes someone like Francesca to come into our lives and help support us as we grow and as we go for our dreams. Until then, this is your inspired journey, and I'm Carla Andrews. See you soon.